Our playoff march slowly moves forward as the Leafs lose to the Tampa Bay Lightning in overtime. Our playoff march continues! Toronto Maple Leafs have named Dion Phaneuf the 18th team captain in Leaf history. Leafs, beast in the East. And the Leafs are rocking it out in the Music City. Oh man, that was great. I am honestly scratching my head as to how the Leafs could give up a 3-1 lead. Wow. But anyways, in the first period, Schustrom gets things started off on a positive note by actually scoring on Ellis. And it is a 1-0 lead for the Leafs at the start of the period, although later it was given to Kris Versteeg as Schustrom went up to the referees and said that the puck did not touch him. It actually was deflected off a Tampa Bay player's skate, and so Versteeg gets his 7th of the year. And then the Leafs lose the puck to Tyrell, and the Monster makes a terrific save off of him. And believe me, the Monster was one of the Leafs' best players of the game once again. And Mike Komisarek, oh my god, he takes a penalty by tripping Stamkos, and then all of a sudden, I'm just having nightmares about last year when he was penalized a lot, and the opposition, oh man, they scored a lot of goals on Mike Komisarek being penalized. Wow. But luckily, the Toronto Maple Leafs were able to take away the power of Stamkos by not letting him get off a shot from his sweet spot. And then Gunnarsson stops the puck by deflecting it out of midair, and believe me, that was huge, because had he not done that, the Tampa Bay player who was right behind the defense and in front of Gustafsson would have had a great breakaway opportunity. So way to go, Gunnarsson. And then Versteeg is penalized for tripping, and Stamkos was actually able to get a shot off from his sweet spot, but luckily he missed. And the Leafs and Leaf Nation were breathing a sigh of relief. But as the first period ends, Shen actually scores, but the referees, for some reason, thought Clark MacArthur interfered with Dan Ellis and waved it off. Had they actually had some brains and actually looked at the video review, they would have seen that Hedman knocked him into Ellis. Wow. That was a huge blown miscall, or at least a blown call on there. Anyway, second period, Kuhlman's penalized for hooking, and after that penalty is killed off, he is later penalized for boarding Thompson, and that proves costly because Ryan Malone scores from a wraparound attempt, and it is a 1-1 tie in the game. And then later, Tampa Bay is penalized for the first time in the game for having too many men on the ice, and the Leafs go to work on their infamous power play at home, which would have been 6th in the league in terms of teams having power plays at home. But unfortunately, they just couldn't pull it off. But when Hedman trips Bolzak, when he tries to do a move around the Tampa Bay defense and try to get a goal like he did last year with the Flyers on his first NHL goal, Victor Hedman trips him, and the Leafs go on the power play, so Nikolai Kuhlman makes up for his mistake and scores to make it a 2-1 lead for the Leafs on the power play. And Randy Jones is penalized for delay of game, but nothing came of that, unfortunately. And in the third period, Nikolai Kuhlman again is penalized for hooking. But luckily, the Leafs were able to kill off that penalty once again. And Dan Ellis, oh wow! I have never seen a goaltender misplay the puck so badly. He goes behind the net and he tries to clear the puck off the boards, but he's he juggles the puck and it goes right in front to Kuhlman, who has an empty netter. empty netter. He was probably surprised by that, as after the puck went in the net, he runs into the goal and knocks the net off the moorings. But luckily, it's a 3-1 lead for the Leafs. And as Leaf Nation was laughing at Ellis, and some of the Leaf players might have been laughing too, including the Monster. Unfortunately, St. Louis was right in front of the Monster, and he went top shelf to cut the lead to 3-2. And it looks like the Monster tried to go down on him, thinking that maybe St. Louis would score on the sides. Fortunately, he was a bit smarter than that. I can't help but think that if the Monster had poke-checked him, then he would have lost the ability to score. But anyways, it's 3-2 for the Leafs, and going in just before the game ended, after a 30-second timeout by Ron Wilson, the puck goes to St. Louis again from the blue line. He blasted it past the Monster. And I must admit, I am completely shocked that that puck actually got past him. I mean, there was a Tampa Bay player in front of him, but still, I would have thought the Monster, as big as he is, would have been able to stop that shot. And he was completely dejected because St. Louis scored on him. You can tell in overtime. I mean, the Leafs in overtime were, well, I don't think any of the teams in overtime were actually making an effort, because the Leaf players were just skating around, and so were the Tampa Bay Lightning players. But there was a 2-on-1 rush with Sam Gagner from the Philadelphia Flyers. I am not sure how the heck his shot beat the Monster in overtime. I mean, he was on the left side, Gagner shot on the left side, and it somehow got past the Monster. It must have went between his arm and his body. And I think it was mostly because he was feeling too upset that St. Louis scored to tie the game. Believe me, Leaf fans everywhere were feeling upset, and Tampa Bay walks away with the win. But hey, there is some good news, Leaf fans. They won in overtime, so we walk away with a point. And not only that, but we move closer to that playoff spot, even though it's 1 point. But hey, we have the Edmonton Oilers coming in on Thursday. And I think we have an advantage over them because they're going to be playing the Habs on Wednesday. And they're a young team, so I think they're going to be too tired coming into the Air Canada Centre. So that gives us an edge. So until next time, after Thursday's game, go Leafs go. And I should also remind people that this is like the last day of November, so unless you're planning on keeping your stash, I recommend shaving it off.